I've passed the prop firm challenge trading many different EAs, so the firm couldn't detect that I was using EAs from the prop firm app. There are 3 methods I found to be the most profitable with these EAs, and I will share them with you today. But before I show you how I passed the challenge, there is something I have to ask again, because it's still unbelievable how many people watch my videos but haven't subscribed yet. Guys, come on, let's do it. Thank you. Here is the track record of the challenge I passed. It was on a small profit and then boom, very nice profits reaching 10%. And you can see that the total return is actually 10.1%. Now if I click on stats and I click on strategy, oh, look at the profit factor, 9.23. This is really good result. And you will see that I have traded 6 expert advisors in total. Remember that the more years you trade, the more stable the balance line becomes. Just like investing in the S&P 500. If the market drops, usually it is a way smaller drop you will see compared to some of the individual stocks like Apple, Google, Amazon, or any of the others. The bigger the portfolio of expert advisor is, the smoother the balance line becomes. And before I show you the method I used to pass the challenge, remember these 3 things. Use low risk to stay longer in the challenges. Number 2, trade fixed lots to decrease the risk with the time. And number 3, trade with custom-made EAs and not commercial expert advisors, because sooner or later the props will detect it and they will ban your account. Trust me, it happened already a few times to me. And this is why we have implemented a randomization feature in the prop firm robot app, and so far none of the traders using it complained from being banned from any of the prop firms. Here is the prop firm robot app where we have ready to use expert advisors for different currency pairs. What we see on the chart is the backtest for the entire period, for the last 1 year or for the last 1 month. And because I have enabled the out of sample, we can see how this strategy performed after it was created. So the green period is the actual trading that we have on virtual environment, which usually matches with the live trading. So no matter which of the 3 methods you will select, once you pick a strategy, you can randomize it. You can randomize the stop loss with a certain range, let's say plus minus 20 pips, randomize the take profit as well, and you can randomize the indicator values. Now I wouldn't suggest increasing the numbers too much, because the bigger it is, the more you are changing the original strategy. So something between 10 and 5 is good enough so that the prop firms will not detect you. And for example, on one of my VPSs, I have a challenge from Hola Prime. It is exactly 25k challenge. You can see that I've made $400 of a profit so far. And in this account, I am trading pound-dollar expert advisors from the prop firm robot app. But the best thing is that once you have a challenge, let's say 25k, you can set up your risk, max loss of 6% and max daily loss of 3%. That's what we have with Hola Prime. Profit target is 10. And from there, once I download any of the expert advisors for MetaTrader 4 and for MetaTrader 5, they will be with inbuilt protection. So if the market goes the other way and there are losses from the EAs in the account, they will automatically stop before reaching the 3% daily drawdown limit. And if I turn on the randomization, the prop firms will not detect that multiple users are using the same expert advisors. And one last thing before I show you the method I used to pass the challenge is that every Saturday, new expert advisors are automatically generated in the app. So all the time there are new expert advisors. The first method I used to pick EAs from the prop firm app is by selecting the top performers by looking at the last 1 month and the last 1 year. Which means that if I have these 3 expert advisors that perform the best in the last 1 year, I will make sure that these EAs are also most profitable for the last 1 month. For example, this first expert advisor ending on 958 trading the gold is not among the top 3 expert advisors for the last 1 month. The 2 expert advisors for the euro yen are not in the top 3 for the last 1 month. Which means that simply right now I'm not using this method. I don't have the confirmation, so I'm going for the other 2 methods. The second one is to pick a favorite asset you want to trade. Most traders prefer to trade gold. It is one of the most suitable assets for algo trading because it is a very volatile asset, but there are also pound EAs, euro yen EAs, and dollar yen, euro dollar. And for example, in this Cola Prime challenge that I showed to you, I am trading the pound dollar expert advisor. So you can see that I started this challenge on the 24th of September and today is the 14th of October. I have made $425. After the cost, this is $402. And depending on the strategy, I trade with a fixed lot. So the volume is different with the different positions here, but this is because the strategies, and in this case, I am trading 3 different expert advisors based on their stop loss. For example, this one on the top, trading the pound dollar on M5 time frame, has a stop loss of $247, which is just below 1%. And this is how much I decided to risk. Medium risk, 1% per trade. If I select 2%, you will see that the stop loss doubles. If I decrease it to 0.5, the stop loss is $123. I usually keep it at 1%, so the app automatically calculates that I should be trading with 0.46 lots for this strategy in order to stay within 1% risk if the price hits the stop loss, and the strategies are different. So with the same stop loss value, with this strategy I have 0.39 lots. With the other expert advisors at currency pairs, you can see that it calculates what is the exact lot we should trade in order to have a stop loss below 1%. And for example, in the other Hola Prime account that I recently started, I am simply trading just the euro yen expert advisors, and you can see that so far I've made $34.6 of a profit from 5 trades in total. Now remember to check exactly what is the daily loss and the max loss of your account. For example, for these 2 challenges, I have selected 25k account, MetaTrader 5, and it's a 1-step challenge, so I know that my max daily loss is 3%, my max overall loss is 6%, and profit target is 10%. One of the reasons I picked Hola Prime is because I can select if I want to have my payouts weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and the pricing is actually very good for the industry. Now the third method that I use to pass the prop firm challenge I showed you at the beginning of the video is to test all the EAs from the prop firm robot app and select the asset that was most profitable in the last 1 week. So right in here, I have the account where we are testing with my team all of the expert advisors, and we usually filter for the last 1 week. In this case, it is from 5th or 6th of October until Friday, 10th of October. And once we know not which strategy, but which symbol was the most profitable, and in this case, it was the euro yen, the pound dollar, and the dollar yen, those 3 were profitable. The euro and the gold were losing, but the euro yen is the most profitable. So we trade the EAs that were most profitable last week, because the market changes all the time, and quite often we notice that it It really depends on the market conditions, and most logically is that the conditions from last week are most applicable to the trading conditions this week. Even though we backtest expert advisors for 2-3 years or even 5 years back in time, the most recent market conditions matter the most. And there is one extra thing I do after downloading the expert advisors for the most profitable asset is that I would open Expert Advisor Studio, and this one you can find once you register on Algo Trading Space, and there is a free trial, but there is a secret I'll share with you. In order to import back the strategies into AI Studio, you don't need even a trial, you don't need a license. You can import as many EAs back in AI Studio as much as you want. So once you are in the strategy builder, you can import back the expert advisors. So here is another one, and I can clearly see what is the balance chart. I can see what were the entry rules and what is the exit rule. So there are 3 entry conditions that should be met and 1 exit condition. I can import the 3rd and the 4th expert advisor. I clearly see what is my max drawdown. Obviously, you can change the strategy as you like, and the best thing is that you see the difference immediately. So once I start decreasing the stop loss, you will see that the balance changes. If I start increasing it, there is no huge difference, but sometimes if the strategy is over optimized, you will see a huge difference just from a small change. You can also add or remove an indicator, but if you find better values, let's say you find out that it works better with fast moving average of, let's say, 25 and slow period of 40, what you can do is you can go to the expert properties on MetaTrader and you can change the values from the inputs. And that's why I said you don't need a license for AI Studio, because the only reason you would need a license is if you want to create your own strategies and download them as ready to use expert advisors. But to upload back EAs, to play with them, you can do that as long as you wish, which is a great feature of this strategy builder. Now, until the end of the month, there will be a coupon to discount the Prop Firm Robots app, because really it gives a lot of opportunities if you are trading prop firm challenges. And if you want to learn more about the Prop Firm Robot app, check out this video on my side, guys. Until then, I wish you safe trading. Don't forget I love you, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.